From Los Angeles to a worldwide audience, this is Boaz Power TV, where we take your life to the next level. Now, internationally known speaker and author, here's Boaz.
Hi, welcome to the Power Show. You are part of the Power Nation, and I'm delighted that you're here because here we help you to improve your attitude, your relationships, your finances, and your career. This is episode number 95 on Boaz Power TV. I call this Cashing In on the Name Sue. And I first wrote this in September of 2003. An amazing story about an amazing person. You know, he stepped up to the microphone dressed in black and in a gravelly voice said, "My name is Sue. How do you do?" The audience went wild. There's only one person on earth that fits that scenario. His passing in 2003 ended an amazing career, a life of ups and downs, and leaving a legacy that will endure for many years to come. His is also a story of the power of love. Johnny Cash was a giant in American music. He was also one of the most imposing and influential figures in country music. Now, his talents as a writer and performer were legendary. His ability to overcome challenges and to follow others to help him do so was inspiring and can teach us all a lesson in love. Cash was born in Arkansas. The year was 1932. His music writing career began at the age of 12. He was inspired by country songs he heard on the radio. By the time he was in high school, he was singing on an Arkansas radio station. And after college graduation in 1950, Cash enlisted in the Air Force, bought his first guitar, and taught himself how to play it. That's when he wrote Folsom Prison Blues. What a great song. Leaving the Air Force in 1954, he was married and moved to Memphis to take a radio announcing course. Evenings found Cash playing country music with a local trio. Now, the beginning of Cash's career coincided with the birth of rock and roll in the mid-50s. He was a peer of Elvis Presley. They both began at Sun Records. You may remember that name in Memphis. Cash's second single to be released reached the country top 5 in early 1956. That was the year I came to America. His next release, I Walk the Line, was number 1 for 6 weeks and crossed over into the pop top 20. Oh, do I remember these songs. They were wonderful. It was in 1957 that Cash made his debut in the Grand Ole Opry in Nashville. While other performers appeared in flamboyant, rhinestone-studded outfits, he appeared all in black. All in black. That eventually earned him the name, the Man in Black. He said in a hit song that he wore black in honor of the poor and oppressed. With his deep, resonant baritone voice and his guitar, Johnny Cash created a unique sound. For more than 4 decades, he specialized in earthy songs about hard times and brooding love songs. His sound wasn't Nashville or honky-tonk or rock and roll. Instead, it was a combination of folk, rock and roll, and country. In 1959, in order to help him get through the nearly 300 shows a year, Cash began taking amphetamines. Between 1961 and 1963, the drug use increased, affecting his work and resulting in fewer hits. He moved to New York, left his family behind, and got into some trouble with the law. In 1965, he was arrested in El Paso for trying to smuggle amphetamines into the country. After a 1966 divorce, he moved to Nashville. That's when he became close with June Carter, a singer and a music writer that Cash had known for a number of years. Now, here's the real message in this story. The power of love. The power of love. June Carter helped him shake his addictions and led him to fundamentalist Christianity. His career began to improve, and he had top 10 hits once again. It was during a concert in 1968 while performing with June that Cash asked her to marry him. With the whole audience shouting, "Yes, say yes," she accepted, and they were married in the spring of that year. What a great love story. In 68 and 69, Cash performed at both Folsom and San Quentin prisons. It was at Folsom that he received his most popular album. He recorded it right there in Folsom, Johnny Cash at Folsom Prison, and the #1 country hit, Folsom Prison Blues. The San Quentin appearance resulted in his only top 10 pop single, A Boy Named Sue. You remember that one? Ah, great song. His commercial peak was from 1969 to 1971 as he started a network television show with guests such as Bob Dylan, Chris Christopherson, and so forth. In 1980, Johnny Cash became the youngest inductee into the Country Music Hall of Fame. After his record sales dipped in the 70s and 80s, Cash partnered with rock pop producer Rick Rubin and recorded 4 critically acclaimed albums that found him a new, younger audience. Now, Cash and Carter were inseparable. Their story was so beautiful. They toured together and they became socially active together, campaigning for the civic rights of Native Americans and prisoners. They also worked frequently with Billy Graham. June and Johnny both passed away in 2003, she 4 months ahead of him. It's as if they wanted to continue touring together at a different place. Theirs is a wonderful story, and that's why I share it with you what can happen when 2 people are truly committed to each other, respect each other, encourage each other, and wrap it all up in a large measure of love. The result was beautiful music. Well, if there's someone in your life who loves you unconditionally, that's a blessing. Perhaps this would be a good day to express how much they mean to you. So the affirmation for this episode of Boaz Power TV, it's an affirmation of love. You may want to write this down. I express my appreciation daily to the person who loves me unconditionally. I express my appreciation daily to the person who loves me unconditionally. And I want things unconditionally for you, and that is strength, emotionally, financially, in your health. Financially, the way to get strength is the way I came out of my financial dilemmas a few years ago, and that is lower your expenses. Pay in cash, pay off some debts, and save some money. Very simple, very simple. Lower your expenses, pay in cash, pay off some debts, and save some money. That'll give you strength, and unconditionally, you'll feel better about you. If you like these messages, and a lot of people around the world find them very beneficial, please do me a favor and forward this to 5 people you know. Ask them to go to my website, boazpower.com, and suggest they also subscribe to the free weekly broadcast of Boaz Power TV. Thank you for being with me. You are special, you are unique, you are destined for greatness. I see it in you. You are a champion. Have a powerful day.
This has been Boaz Power TV. To comment, see other episodes, or to subscribe to this free broadcast, go to our blog at boazpower.com. That's boazpower.com. We're here to take your life to the next level.